Hey, guys. Happy Monday. How are you today? I'm like super giddy and excited because it's Monday and we just got a lot of goodness for you guys this week. So, what is up? What is going on? We are going to be talking about, are you leaving money on the table? Right? Are you leaving money on the table? See, I would put it on IG, but IG is so far away right now. I just can't get to it. So, welcome. If you are new to me, my name is Krista Tyus. I teach tax and accounting professionals how to grow multiple six-figure virtual firms with my program, Tax and Accounting Six-Figure Accelerator. So if you need help, if you want to learn how to get clients, if you want to grow to $10,000 months, and this is after tax season, then I want you to check out some resources in the box provided or at my bio. Check them out and learn how we can work together. All right, guys. So, guys, you're just leaving money on the table. You are leaving money on the table this year and last year. And I want you guys to stop doing that. So today we are going to be talking about, how you are leaving money on the table and what you can actually do to stop doing that, to actually make more money and really hit your goals, right? A lot of you have goals of making $250,000 plus per year, which is absolutely amazing. And it starts with one, understanding the services that you provide and the pricing for those services. Okay. So we're going to talk about, some great strategies that you want to implement into your business. All right. First things first. I want to really go over a little story with you guys so you can really understand, where I'm coming from and how and why this is a problem. So one of my clients came to me. She says, "Hey, Krista, I am super overwhelmed." Okay. She was like, "I'm overwhelmed. I got this client workload and I'm just going crazy right now." Right. And it was one particular client that was really stressing her out. She was just like, "This one client, I just feel like I do a lot for them. And I'm not really feeling like I'm being compensated for all of the work that I'm doing." All right. Who here has ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like you are doing a lot of work? You are going above and beyond, and the money that you're taking in is just not equal to the work or the output, right? That you're actually giving your client. How many of you guys can attest to that? Go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat for me. Let me know that you guys are just like, my clients, right? You guys are just like us. So here's what I asked her. I said, "Okay, hey, no worries. It's going to be times where you get frustrated in your business. It's going to be times where you get overwhelmed. That happens, right? It happens." So what I asked her, I said, "How much are you charging this client per month?" Right? She said, "Hey, I'm charging them $500 per month." I said, "Okay, that sounds decent, right? I don't know all of the details of this client situation, but I'm about to learn it, right?" I'm like, "Okay, you're charging 500. How many hours per month are you spending on this client?" She said close to 30 hours a month. I said, "Oh, that's a job." Okay, let's be clear. That is a job. Okay, I said 30 hours a month for $500. Okay, it's already a disconnect. I said, "What exactly are you doing for 30 hours per month?" Okay. She said she's doing the bookkeeping. Okay, that's beautiful. You're doing bookkeeping. What else? She's handling AR. Okay. She's handling AP. Okay, right? She says she's hopping on with her client 2 times a month, right? The first time is just to kind of go over some transactions. The second time, she's actually going over, her financial statements. She told me that she was reviewing her financial statements with her. She told me that she was providing her with the budget and forecast to help her, plan for the future. She told me that she was helping her track certain expenses and inventory items. Like, she started listing out all this stuff. And I was like, "Darling, we are going way above and beyond of the original scope." The original scope was just bookkeeping. That was it. That was all what this engagement called for. And what happens, and this is going to happen to you if it already hasn't, what happens is when you engage someone with bookkeeping or any other service for that matter, they start to add on additional services as they need them, right? They'd be like, "Oh, well, can you help me with PP? Excuse me. Can you help me with PPP? Can you help me get this loan? Can you also help me, figure out this inventory? Can you help me, track and measure these different, pillars in my business that's going to actually help me make and save more money, right? They start to add on all these additional items that is not in your initial engagement, right? All these additional items that are not in your initial engagement. Who here has experienced that, right? If you guys have been in business, clients, because you are their tax professional, their bookkeeper, their accountant, they start asking you for these additional services, right? Rightfully so. Now, this could be very beautiful because not only can you deepen the client relationship, right? When you provide someone an additional service, you're actually deepening the client relationship. You are, what we used to call this a sticky product in the banking industry. So let me tell you guys what the banks normally do. Okay. So the banks would get you on a checking account, right? Checking account is kind of like your first relationship, or a savings account might be your first relationship with the bank. But every time you come into the banking center, they are upselling you and cross-selling you on additional services, because they know the more services that you have with them, the less likely you are to leave them, right? So as tax professionals, bookkeepers, accountants, we can deploy this exact same strategy. The more services we offer a client, the less likely they are to leave you. Okay. So the banking industry would train us on how to spot, additional opportunities for clients. We'd be like, okay, we see you have a checking, but you don't have a savings. We see you have a checking and a savings, but not a credit card, right? We see you have a business. Let's go ahead and get you set up with merchant services, right? We see you have a checking, savings, and merchant services. Let's get you a mortgage loan, or we see you have a mortgage. Let's get you a home equity line of credit, right? Like the banking industry would spend hours every single day, tens of thousands of dollars in training on teaching us how to upsell and cross-sell additional products, right, to the clients so that they can deepen their relationship. Well, guess what? The same is true as you guys. As you are offering your clients PPP, right, and helping them get EIDL loans, as you're helping them with, tax resolution, tax planning, right, CFO services, you are deepening the client relationship, and the less likely they are to leave you. Okay. Now, the problem and the disconnect, okay, the problem and the disconnect where you guys and where a lot of us, lose on is that we are not identifying these as separate and additional services. Okay. So imagine a banking center doing this. Imagine someone coming into the banking center, getting a checking account, and then the person comes in and now they're asking you for financial advice. And now they're asking you to, open up a savings account, right? Include a CD for them, right? The bank will lose a lot of money if they just start adding on these additional services without charging or having some sort of fee structure attached to it. But this is what you guys are doing. You're getting a tax preparation client, and then you're letting that client call you for additional services, or you're letting that client drop off all of their bookkeeping receipts, right? Their invoices for the entire year of 2020. And you're actually doing a cleanup job that normally would have cost $3,000. You're doing it for free because you're doing their taxes, right? Or you have a bookkeeping engagement and you're doing the monthly books, but now they want you to add on PPP. Now they want you to help them track and measure their KPIs. Now they want you to create a budget and forecast, right? Now they want you to pay their bills. Now they want you to, help them get paid, right? Handle their accounts receivable. You guys are adding on all these additional services to and for your clients because you have this relationship, but you are not charging for your time, your energy, and your expertise. Who here is a victim of that? Okay, type a 2 in the chat because it's Testimonial Monday today. Type a 2 in the chat if you are a victim of this, right? If you have allowed clients to come into your business and you not charge them for these additional services, right? Like, let me know if that is you. Okay. Let me know if that is you. Okay. So I see people initially was putting ones in the chat. Yes. Hey, James. Hey, Latanya. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Raphael. All right. So here's what you need to know. Here is what you need to know. And here's what I tell my clients. One, when you are engaging your client for one particular service offering, let's just say it's bookkeeping, you want to understand that bookkeeping is for a very specific job scope, right? Bookkeeping is, you classifying the transactions, right? You're going into QuickBooks or going into Xero or FreshBooks, whatever bookkeeping system come out in the next 5 to 10 years. You're actually going in there and you're categorizing all the transactions and you're allocating them to the appropriate expense or balance sheet account, okay, or income account. After that, you are going to reconcile the bank statement, right? You're going to make sure that what ran through the bank actually ran through your QuickBooks or your bookkeeping file, right? You're going to, resolve any discrepancies. And then you're going to run your financial reports, right? Now, you might post some journal entries, right? That might be for you too. You might post some journal entries and then you're going to run your financial reports. Anything outside of that, guys, is additional accounting services. So here's what clients would try to do. They're like, oh, well, can you also do my AR and my AP? Those two are different, right? Those are very specific accounting services that someone can pay for, right? Bookkeeping and accounting services that someone can pay for. We do not include that in your monthly bookkeeping. Now, yes, you can bundle that up together. You can say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, I can do your monthly bookkeeping, your AR and AP for this price, but do not let clients confuse you, okay, and thinking that AR and AP or payroll is a part of bookkeeping, because it is not, right? You can bundle them up together, right, for a price, or they can pay a la carte, right? They can add that on at a later date, but with the expectation that that is an additional service that they have to pay for. Same thing with tax preparation. I used to get business tax clients, both Schedule C, S Corps, partnerships, that would come in for tax preparation at the last minute, by the way. Okay. I used to love how they used to start emailing me on March 10th, right, to file their tax return that's due on March 15th. They will come to me at the last minute and they will, come to me with all of this bookkeeping that they need done for the year. And unbeknownst to me, right, me being a new tax professional, I didn't realize that bookkeeping wasn't a part of what I was supposed to be doing for them, right? I'm thinking, okay, I'm doing their business taxes, then I should just get them caught up with their bookkeeping, right? And so I would literally be sitting there for hours, going through receipts, going through bank statements, actually creating profit and losses for them so that I can file their tax return. And I'm still only charging them $500, right? So again, you guys want to start learning just how a bank has a checking account, a savings, a CD, a mortgage, a HELOC, right? A credit card. You guys have very specific services as well that you have to price out separately. Just because they are your tax or bookkeeping client does not mean you do PPP for free. I'm sorry, it does not. You can do it for free, right? But you guys are one of the rarest professions that actually works for free because it's a service. And honestly, we have to start valuing our time, right? One of my clients said that he completed something like 30 PPP applications for free for his clients. Okay. Now, unless there's a strategic marketing strategy for that, which is a whole nother animal and a whole nother story time for you guys, he didn't have a strategy. He just felt, because this is my client, this is what I should be doing. And guys, you guys are a service provider, right? You should be getting paid for your services. So let's go back to my other client scenario. She said she was doing all of this. Now let's actually break down the services that she was doing. She was doing bookkeeping. I told you she was handling the AP and the AR. She was doing payroll. She was also doing CFO services. This is one of the primary services that I hear that you guys are actually providing, but you're not charging for, right? A lot of you guys are doing, forecasting, budgets. You're helping them track and measure KPIs. You are analyzing and interpreting their financial statements for them, right? You're helping them make strategic decisions on their business, right? Anything that is not you just reconciling and categorizing their transactions is probably CFO services. And what I see, a lot of you are leaving tens of thousands of dollars on the table because you kind of been already offering CFO services for the one low fee of this bookkeeping that you've been offering your client, or that you are that you're engaged with your client with. So I did the math for her. I said, you are charging $500 right now for all of these services. In actuality, they were supposed to be broken out individually, right? Of course, we can bundle them together, but each one has a very specific price that you should have been charging for. I said, based upon our pricing model, you would have been charging this person $2,150 minimum per month, right? So I did the math. I said, okay, let's take $2,150 minus your $500. And what difference do we have? The difference was $1,650 per month that she is losing out on because she did not price her services separately, right? Because she got this bookkeeping client and started adding on, the client started adding on all these additional services, right? And now she's actually losing money on her time and energy. She can't afford to outsource the work because she's already losing money on it, right? So guys, you need to make sure that you're breaking out your services. You need to make sure that you aren't allowing your clients just to come in and say, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? Absolutely. You want to help your clients. We enjoy helping our clients, right? But you want to help them in a way where you are getting paid for your services. Type in the chat, okay? Get paid for your services. Can we normalize that, guys? It's so, yes, I know you love your clients. Yes, I know you can help them, but we are not a not-for-profit. Am I right? We are in the business to make money, to help more people. If you guys can't make money, it's going to eliminate or prohibit your ability to make more money and help clients, right? So if you can't make more money, you can't actually serve more clients. And this is what I want you guys to kind of get into the mind frame on. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Zanita. Hey, guys on Facebook. Hey, guys on Instagram. All right. So you guys are saying get paid. I like that better. Okay. Get paid, guys. Get paid for your time, your energy, your effort, right? Like, and be clear that bookkeeping is bookkeeping. That does not include tax preparation. That does not include, okay, so here's another one. Before I let you guys go, here's one more for you guys, okay? Here's one more. You guys are actually doing tax planning services for free. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know y'all was out here giving people tax planning for free, for the free 99? Y'all can tell I'm in a great mood today, okay? Listen, so here's what's happening. You're getting a tax preparation client, and that client is asking you, okay, well, Zanita, you know, I'm a Schedule C, but should I really be an S Corp? That's tax planning, right? Right? Or they'll say, oh, well, I made this amount of money in profit, and now I need to know, am I structured the correct way? Or now I need to know, how can I save more in taxes, right? That is tax planning. So if clients want you to understand what type of entity they should be in, if they should be in an S Corp, or if they should stay a disregarded entity on Schedule C, right? A disregarded entity LLC. If they're asking you on strategies on how to lower their tax bill, right? Like, these are all a part of tax planning services, and you need to be pricing them out appropriately, right? And what you guys are doing, just because you're getting a business tax client your way, or they're on Schedule C and they heard that they should be an S Corp, and now they're like, hey, can you turn me into an S Corp? You are not to do that for free, okay? That is not part of the tax preparation process. Okay. And so you're going to find this is going to happen to you guys over and over again, which is why you have to be clear on your services, right? Bookkeeping is bookkeeping. Tax preparation is tax preparation. And don't confuse tax planning or CFO services or tax resolution into and mixing that into something that you're already doing, because you're going to lose money. And clients, and it's not their fault, right? It's not the client's fault. It's just that and it's not you guys' fault either. It's just that the industry, right? It's the industry's fault. No one has taught us that we were supposed to be charging separately, right? No one, the industry does not teach us that just because a client pays you for tax preparation does not entitle them to additional services, right? No one has actually taught us how to properly price additional services, right? How to communicate the pricing and the value of those services, right? So it's not you guys' fault. It's just that now you have to really understand and be in your power, step into your power of this is a service, right? That's not included in my original engagement letter. Okay, so here's what I want you to write down. You want to have an engagement letter, right? First things first, your engagement letter is going to spell out what you are doing and typically what you are not doing for your client. Okay, so if you are engaging with the client for bookkeeping, well, you're going to list all of the bookkeeping things that you're going to do. You're going to reconcile the transactions. You're going to review the invoices. You're going to categorize, the transactions. It's going to list very specific bookkeeping activities, and it's going to stipulate anything outside of this will be extra. Okay, so when your client comes to you for these additional services, now you can kindly refer back to your engagement letter and you can move from there, right? And educate them on what's included and what's not included. The second thing that I wrote here that we need to start doing better is just setting clear expectations, right? So when you have your engagement letter typed out and printed out, don't just send it to your client to sign. Right? Actually let them know, hey, this is what this means. This is what I'm going to do for you. This is what I'm not going to do for you. This is what I need you to do. This is what happens when you don't do what you are supposed to do, right? This is how we cancel this engagement, right? You need to set clear expectations and actually communicate your engagement letter to your clients so you start the relationship off on the right track, okay? And then the third thing that I have here, I said invoice clients for additional services before you begin work, right? I used to think that I had to work before I got paid. How many of you guys feel that way? You got to work before you get paid. Because we are in the mind frame of having a 9 to 5, right? You're 9 to 5, you work for the week, then you get paid on Friday, right? Well, you are your own business. You set the rules. You set the terms of engagement. You can get paid before you work. Can we hashtag that in the chat? Okay, you can. You can. You have the power. You can get paid before you work. And so here's what I would do. A client, our initial engagement was for bookkeeping services. The client came back and wanted me to do a list of additional items that was not included in the original engagement, right? So I kindly sent them an invoice. I said, beautiful, I would love to get this squared away for you. And in fact, I would do it ASAP. And as soon as you pay this invoice, right? You can get paid before you actually do the work. It actually reminds me of that. I don't know if you guys see, I'm about to just date myself probably, but I used to love watching, actually still one of my favorite movies, What's Love Got to Do with It? And in the movie, she used to be like, we used to work before getting paid. Now we get paid before we even work, right? She said that in the movies, that the record companies was sending them checks before they even wrote a song, right? And that's normal. That's normal. People get paid book advances before they write their next book. So when you get to a certain part or a certain aspect into your career, into your life, into your confidence, you will start invoicing people before you actually even work, because you're going to recognize the value on your time, right? Especially after you get burned so many times. One of my clients, she got burned, right? Actually, a few of my clients, they got burned because they would do tax preparation, or they will start on a bookkeeping cleanup and then the client wouldn't pay, right? They will start on a tax resolution or a tax planning client, and then the client wouldn't pay. And now they spend hours, tens of hours, right? Not only doing research for this client, because sometimes we don't know the answers right away, which is okay, right? You guys, it's okay for you to go and spend hours researching and to make sure that you're providing a quality client experience and that you're actually giving them sound tax and financial advice. But if you aren't at least charging a deposit up front, you might fall into a situation where you're going to have people burn you, right? They're not going to make good on that invoice. They're not going to pay. And now you've spent hours completing a tax return. How many of you guys have experienced that? Where you spend hours completing a tax return or doing a bookkeeping cleanup and the client ghosted you. Like, hello? I'm calling, I'm emailing, I'm texting. The client literally ghosted you. Okay. So yes, Melissa, get paid before you work. Get paid before you work. All right, guys. So my offer to you guys today is if you want to learn CFO services, I have a beautiful course that is on certifiable called Virtual CFO Accelerator. So if you want to learn how to provide CFO services, right? Because I told you, some of you guys are already providing it out there. You're just not articulating to your clients that you're providing it. You are 9 times out of 10, if you do bookkeeping, you probably are already doing CFO and you just don't know it. Okay. You just don't know it. So this course is going to really help you understand what CFO services is, how to provide it to your clients, how to price out your CFO packages, right? So it's on Certifiable. You can go check it out. I teach that course. And so, yeah, if you have any questions after I end this video, go ahead and drop your questions below. I would love to work with you. So again, if you need help growing your business to multiple 6 figures, if you need help with your marketing, I'm the queen of marketing in the tax and accounting industry. Come on over. Let me help you. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.